60% of mortgages in Canada are coming up for renewal in 2025 and 2026. And most of those homeowners are about to get hit by 15 to 20% higher payment. That's not speculation, it's a real report from Bank of Canada. So stick around to find out how much your payment would change and how smart Canadians are doing right to avoid getting screwed from this. Hello everyone, my name is Parth Soni. I'm a realtor based in Ontario. I help families like you to get into real estate. If you would like to book a call with me, you can do that with the first link in the description. Now, this is the latest report from Bank of Canada, and let's check out what is this revealed. So the very first, in the July of 2025 staff analytical note, the Bank of Canada dropped some serious data that every homeowner need to know about. And just to give you an idea, here are the key highlights from the report. I have assessed the report thoroughly, and these are the key highlights. Number one, in that one, which is very shocking, is 60% of the all mortgage in Canada is renewing in 2025 and 2026. In just 2 years, 60% of the renewal is happening. Out of this, like 2 out of 3 of those will see a payment in. And if you're someone who falls in the category of fixed rate borrowers, you could see a payment increase of up to 20%, anywhere between 50 to 20% based on the report. And for some variable rate borrowers, payment could actually go down. Let me know in the comment below, are you the part of the 60% group in this, or are you on someone who is on a variable payment? Now let's check out who is at most risk. So let's break it down because not everyone is in the same boat based on the report. So the number one category in this one is the 5-year fixed rate mortgage holder. And those are the one which is most at the risk because the payment is going to increase roughly by 15 to 20%. And based on the report, that is almost 40% of all the mortgage holders. So if you are someone who has bought or refinanced a home in 2020 or 2021, this could be you. Now, just to give you an example, to put some numbers into perspective, if you are someone who is paying $2,000 a month right now, you could end up paying $2,300 to $2,400 after renewal. But here's the twist. Some Canadians are actually seeing lower payment as well, and I will explain you in just 60 seconds. So let's check out who is actually winning in 2025. Yes, it's not all doom and gloom. So this group is a variable rate. With a variable rate, the average drop is roughly estimated between 5 to 7%. Then the fixed payment variable rate, now it depends on the principal paydown. And based on the report, there are two groups in the variable. Now some will see a payment up by 40% and some will see a payment down by 7%. And it all depends how aggressive you have been since 2022 in terms of the payment history. And if you're someone who's more interested into graphs and technical details and stuff like this, by the way, I've covered most of the technical data over here. But if you're someone who's more interested in graph, I would highly recommend to check this out. It's a report on Bank of Canada website. I will also make sure to link this report in the description as well. Now, want to know the number one thing that helps Canadians reduce their risk? It's the extra payment. It's the principal pay down strategy. Based on the report, Canadians paid 3 times more principal than required since 2022. And only 5% of now owe more than their original loan, which, by the way, this was the number were expected way more than 5%. So, this is a really good data based on what's happening. And that's compared to 25% of who could have been underwater. Now, let me know in the comment below if you're someone who's paying some extra payment on your mortgage. Most of the time, people do like one extra payment every year. If you're someone in that boat, comment below and how helpful that is to you as of right now. Now, here's where the report get really interesting. It's something called mortgage debt service ratio. Now, there are two groups in that. The very first one is the rising payment group, from which 15.3% increases to 18%, and the other one is the falling payment group from at 19.7% decreases to 18.6%. But here's the catch. The Bank of Canada did not assume that your income will grow in this period of time. So let's say if you are paying $70,000 in 2020 or 2021, Bank of Canada assumes the same salary as of right now, which in most of the scenario, that's not the true case. Most of the time, if you are earning 70,000 in 2020 or 2021, you might be earning really high compared to 70,000 in 2025. So that is something that you need to consider. And because there is no way to determine what the salary jump or salary increase would be, we can technically look at that based on what some numbers and some median numbers out there based on the stat can. But Bank of Canada did not do that, did not provide any further inputs on that. So my assumption based on that, when people are seeing like 15-20% increase in their mortgage, most of the time people are aware about it. They will have some sort of a cushion. Some people are also paying extra principal payment yearly, which we just discussed. So that 15 to 20% might not be that much in real life. It will be a little bit lower because of number one factor, people are aware and their income is also increased. And here are the three real life strategies which most of the people use nowadays to control their finances. The very first one in this one is to extend amortization. And half of the borrower can stretch 5 years or more. And this wipe out most of the monthly increase that will be happening if you are someone who's in the fixed one with 15 to 20% increase. But here's the catch. When you increase your amortization level by 5 years, more you will be paying into interest rather than principal. So make sure you sit down with someone who knows all the numbers, sit down with your realtor. In this case, most of the time, you should be sitting down with a mortgage agent or with a bank to see what kind of numbers look like and whether it makes sense for you to increase the amortization or not. The second one in this one is to use your equity. It's a hell of a refinance and tap into build up. Especially, it's useful when you have gained at least 20 to 30% equity over the year. If you are someone who has done a minimum down payment and right now tapping into equity, that might not be the case. You need to have some sort of an equity in your home. As we mentioned, 20 to 30% minimum. And I usually advise most of my clients is 30% minimum rather than 20% because it will give you a little bit of buffer room as well. And the third thing, which should be a priority for so many people out there, is to shop around for the interest rate. Ron Butler mentioned in their video as well. Number one thing that people should be doing is to shop around, see what their interest rate are, rather than what terms or what kind of flexibility they are getting in that. Of course, that is also important, but the interest rate is number one right now because most of the time, the flexibility you are getting with that, the terms you are getting with that, not many people end up using those. What I mean by that is like the prepayment term. Instead of a 20% prepayment, if you're getting 15% prepayment, it's pretty same because not many people will be doing 15% or 20% prepayment in most of the time. If you're someone who fall under that category, then of course the terms flexibility will make much more sense for you. But most of the normal people out there, interest rate is the number one factor. So shop around, reach out to a couple of banks, mortgage agent to see where best you can get and service as well. Many times people don't know, but don't accept the first offer the bank made you. So just a quick recap in this one. Before you renew, compare your rates. Don't just auto sign the letter that your bank sends. So here is the final recap of what we have discussed today. The very first one is the 60% of the mortgage are renewing in 2025 and 2026. Fixed rate holders could see up to 20% increase in their payment. And variable rate, you might actually win over. And those are the people who are doing extra payment. They have a huge protection and huge advantage in the current market. And the last and very important thing in this one, you can always fight back for your amortization equity and always do the lender shopping for the best rate. If you find this video helpful, hit up the like button, hit up the subscribe button, and want to know more about this insightful topics, let me know in the comment section below and I will try to cover it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.